Alright, today we're dealing with a 2003 Hyundai Sonata. This particular one has the 4-cylinder, dual overhead cams, 2.4 liter. Having a hard start issue. If it starts at all, we're going to be replacing the fuel pump. Seeing there was minimal information on the internet or YouTube as far as its location and how to do it. It's actually fairly simple. You pull the trunk carpet back. You have an access cover right here. I just basically took a screwdriver, pried it up. Once you pry it up, there's a connection right here. Goes to the fuel pump. Gotta remove it. And another plug right here. Simply remove it. I'm going to take some parts cleaner and spray around the fuel pump cover housing from the tank, just to make sure no dirt or debris gets into the tank. I'm going to wipe that down and dry it off before I start removing the hoses and bolts. So we're going to undo the return line. See if I can do this one-handed here. Pry the line back. Got a 10mm bolt for the fuel pressure line. If you have fuel pressure, you might want to purge your fuel line, or just be prepared for that to make a little bit of fuel mess. Not a big deal. Then we have let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 little 8mm bolts. I take all those bolts out, and then I'll show you what we got. Alright, we got all the bolts out. I've been working from inside the car, but obviously I'm not going to pull a fuel pump with fuel dripping from it through the car. So we're going to pull this from the trunk. Let some of that fuel drip back into the tank. And this is what we're dealing with. Okay. One thing I want to point out is you can actually order this complete fuel pump and center unit assembly with the screen, with the float, everything. Obviously, it's quite a bit more pricey. We went ahead and picked up the Bosch fuel pump. This is, I don't know if you can see it, the Bosch part number I have. And it's basically just the actual pump that goes inside this assembly. So I'm going to be removing this lower cover. And I'm actually going to clip this zip tie right here just to allow the wires to drop down a little bit more so I can disconnect the top of the fuel pump from the bottom. And I'll show you that in a second. Alright, another thing I want to show you, because you're going to have to be patient and kind of walk it. I don't really know that I can do this one hand, but you have clips here, clip here, clip here, and clip here. So you're going to have to gently pry at the clip, pry at the clip here just to where it barely is catching on the end of the lip. You have to go to the next one and gently pry. Oops. Sorry, it's a little difficult one-handed here. I'm trying to give you an idea though what you have to do. Pry here just to where it barely catches on that clip. Roll it again, do the same here. Roll it again, do the same here and here. And you may actually have to roll around twice and just kind of gently push a little pressure down on the cover as you're walking it around and clipping it. So the clips, you're kind of putting down pressure as you're clipping it just to where it barely catches on the inside of that black clip. Alright, until you walk them all down, and then you'll be able to walk this bottom piece off. Okay, I want to show you what we got here. So basically I went around, like I said, pried it. It does take a little patience, but just, you don't want to really break any of the clips, obviously. You're going to remove the bottom cover. That's what you're dealing with. You got your little grommet piece that goes on the bottom. You're going to want to disconnect your fuel pump line. So this is another one. It's a little bit tight to get the backside of the clip. I used a pick. See if I can do this. Get in the screen. On the back side here. Oops, sorry. Pry the back side with a pick and then disconnect just the inside. That's the only one of the fuel pump. From there, you're going to need to put a little pressure on the top side of this fuel pump because the top part of the fuel pump is actually inserted into this piece. So you're going to push down a little bit, and then fuel pump's going to slide down. That's it. So now I'm going to take the new one, going to plug it in, and the fuel pump comes with a new rubber grommet and everything there for the base. I'm going to go ahead and plug that in, push this back in, and show you what we got. One thing I wanted to show you real quick, obviously I got my fuel line and everything ran, the fuel pump pushed back in there. It just slides right in there, it's no problem. The only discrepancy is obviously the little base grommet or little base seal or whatever it is. It's different, so obviously you're not going to use the new one. Get rid of that one, you're going to use the old one. Place that in, you're going to place it, you're going to place it on there. And once again, you're just going to slide this cover back on, and you're just going to ensure that each one of those clips, once again, are clipped in the proper spot, or I'm sorry, have fully made contact to the base of the clip. And then we're just going to reinstall the fuel pump exactly how we took it out, and that's really about it.